Fontys Dance Academy is a full-time bachelor education for contemporary dancers. We educate students for a lifelong career with a broad perspective on their work field, their craft and their skills.
For me, the Dance Academy, it's a very safe space for me to explore my own artistry. I really feel the support to experiment and develop my vision. I get to train and develop also my technique that also really helps with the creative side.
A place where I can develop myself to whom I want to be.
In the program we focus on training, so a really high intensive physical training with different techniques. We focus on performing skills, develop their performance skills from different perspectives and approaches, and their creative skills. So the creative line in the program is something that is ongoing from year one. And we have 3 different graduation profiles. So we have contemporary urban, and a bachelor in choreography that they can apply for at the end of their second year.
If I continue in the dance bachelor, I still get to work a lot on my performance skills. I still get to dance a lot in shows, for example. But when you go to the Bach department, you're going to develop much more how to create these shows. So maybe you're more behind the scenes in a way, but you get to know better how, for example, what components are in a choreography, how you can relate them to the dance, making versus meaning, how to get the message across, how to do further research into it.
You auditioned for the contemporary or the urban contemporary. There you graduate as a professional dancer, which means that you can work as a professional dancer, but also in co-creation, and you're also a maker in a sense that you know how to create. If you graduate from the bachelor choreography, you graduate as a choreographer. So then you go into making your own work, and that's a whole other specification in the last 3rd and 4th year.
In contemporary, you have much more focus on the modern classes, also more on the performative skills of theater, such as physical theater, and then you also have performance studies with outside choreographers, so you really get to know ways of working more in the contemporary vision than necessarily the street and club style vision.
For the urban section, so the street and club style classes, we had a lot of classes, a lot of different styles. So we had hip hop, but we also did some house in the hip hop classes sometimes. We had popping, we got a bit of info about the different styles in popping. We had waving, a whole block, and then outside of that we had the regular classes for the first year, so floor, ballet, Graham.
We also developed more the performative ones, so physical theater, instinctive performance, improvisation. We also have the theory classes, so performance analysis, dance history. And then we also have the health ones, where we talk about a lot of different subjects, whether it's anatomy, nutrition, also very important, we talk about mental health issues. We get to work with some outside choreographers and teachers.
Most of the time classes are starting at 9, sometimes at 11, it depends a bit what your schedule looks like. And days are normally not longer than 6 o'clock, but they can end between 4 and 6 o'clock, but it's full days.
In the second year you still have some classes the same. Ballet we still have, but with another teacher. Floor we still have, but with another teacher. We still have physical dynamics and Afro, but like the class itself is built differently now, like you go deeper into the style.
I really feel the difference now in the second year. The days are much more intense, but it's nice to get home at the end of the day and feel all sweaty and tired, but wow, I really did something cool today.
There are of course peak moments in the year with exams or with the end performances, but that's kind of the main structure. And in the 3rd year, their schedule looks a bit depending on how they fill it in, but it's 2 classes of morning training and then 1 hour break and working with a project in the afternoon. Then you have 1 block of the free choice, which I think is quite unique for FAK in general, but also for us. It consists of 30 ECs that you as a student can fill in whichever way that you want. It can be going abroad to study a course, it can be setting up a project, it can be following a course or a training where you can specialize more in what you're interested in. It can be joining a festival or an intensive somewhere. It can really anything that you want. It can even be learning another language.
In the fourth year, we will have had internships. So we already know the work field a bit, and we did some auditions.
We also have, within the academy, we have special projects for fourth years in collaboration with the working field. And in their third year program, like most of the projects that we're doing there in the different periods, which they can choose, are all projects where we are collaborating with the working field as well. So it's we designed the third year program now in a way so that it's really a preparation and a kind of in-between phase going to the fourth year. But a fourth year can look very different. There are some students who really want to go into their own research. Some students get an internship with a company for half a year or a year. Some students go on an Erasmus exchange program. It means that you go for half a year or 3 months to another academy. And they also spend time in the fourth year on their practice-based research, which means that they're doing a practice-based research on a theme that they've been starting to develop during the third year as well.
One of the main things that attracted me to this school was that it's an art school. You know, I'm walking through the corridors and I see someone from musical, and then I go to the other side of the building and I see someone painting and drawing. And I think that's really special about this school and this education, because also we get to interact with the other departments throughout the year, which I think is unique. And also about the dance academy, there are so many types of people here, all over the world, different backgrounds, different experiences.
What makes Fontys stand out is the respect for the street and club styles and the legacy that comes with it, that's really being honored in the school as well. That's what, for me, made Fontys my first choice.
I think for us, the ideal Dance Academy student has a lot to do with the character. Students who are very open, very hungry, who really wants to explore, who wants to learn together, like from each other and with each other. So it's also a lot about the learning from the group that you are in, not only the teachers. So we don't educate students only for going on stage, but also to work in public space or with inclusion dance or in galleries.
The school is really about you becoming an individual dancer, not you fitting into a format or you being who other people want you to be. It's really, what do you have to share with the world and how do you do that? That's what makes this school special for me.
Of course, I think studying dance is always going to be a very challenging thing. You have to deal with a lot of issues if you don't get the exercises right, or maybe you have more struggles with your body, your mind. It happens. It feels good to know that I spend my day doing this. Like, wow, this is what I'm studying, this is what I'm doing.
I would recommend the Dance Academy because it's a place where you can really develop yourself as an individual. And if you are a dancer at heart, you will just want to commit your life to what you love, which is dance. And at least for me, I come into the school every day and I feel so blessed doing what I love every day and working on it every day and working on my craft, working on my passion, and getting the tools I need to be who I want to be because I love what I do.